today's news, 19 illegal immigrants found at Cox Heath. Miss Teen BVI contestants officially unveiled. Dr. Carl Dawson delivers first district report. Sheldon FRETT praises BVI film industry. The public is advised to mark tools. Air quality advisory issued for the BVI. Separate music festival in the VI explained. Sister island of Q2 is BELLANSETA, CREQUE. Minister shares tips for Child Abuse Prevention Month. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby. I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream. And then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Why? This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into 12. You know I hop. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Monday, April 22nd, 2024. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Monday is wished to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force received an anonymous call shortly after 6 p.m. on Friday, April 19th, reporting the sighting of suspicious individuals disembarking from a boat on the seaside of Cox Heath. Promptly responding to the call, officers discovered 17 individuals of multiple nationalities suspected to be illegal immigrants, comprising of adults and children, concealed within the bushes at Cox Heath. Subsequently after, 2 additional persons were also found. Subsequent search efforts also uncovered these individuals, and the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is seeking assistance in identifying the apprehending individuals. If you notice anything unfamiliar, the police are asking that you call the intelligence unit at 368-9339 or the Immigration Department. The apprehended immigrants were handed over to the Immigration Department and investigations are ongoing. On Sunday, April 21st, at Loose Mongoose, 3 young ladies were unveiled to the public for the 2024 Miss Teen BVI pageant, slated for June 2nd, 2024. They are contestant number 1, Asha Hyman, contestant number 2, Tia Herbert, and contestant number 3, Ariel Stewart. Of course, visiting queens were also present at the event. More details will come as they become available. First District Representative Dr. The Honorable Carl Dawson presented his first district report to his constituents since being elected as their representative in April of 2023. On Saturday, April 20th in Capoons Bay, Dawson spent the evening outlining several areas he said he has made progress thus far. He made sure to state that it has been a learning process and one he willingly embraces. Also in attendance were Premier and Minister for Finance, Dr. The Honorable Natayo D. Wheatley, and Deputy Premier, Minister for Financial Services, Labor and Trade, the Honorable Lorna Smith, OBE, and many others of the Cabinet. One of his priorities has been, he said, to working to improve the economy of the district.
My report tonight is to the wonderful people of the 1st District and everyone under the sound of my voice. On April 24th, 2023, you made the choice to make me your representative here in the 1st District. It has been an enriching year as I have interacted with you and worked to solve issues that we face in the district and nationally. It has been a learning process, one which I willingly embrace. It has been tough at times, but as they say, what does not kill you makes you stronger. I have been working for you and pledged to continue to do so. As promised, I have been reporting to you throughout the year in district meetings, but I felt strongly that you deserve to have an annual report because this has become customary in the 1st District. In order to report to you, I will refer to my campaign brochure where I outline plans for service, and I hope that you have actually saved your copy so you can hold me to account. One of the first priorities that I listed in that brochure that we would seek to improve the economy of the 1st District. And there were a number of ways which we said we would do this. One of them included collaborating on branding and target marketing areas in the district to attract local and foreign visitors. The major step in building this brand was the inauguration of Cultural Thursdays in Caribbean. I've worked closely with the community group to get this initiative off the ground. We have had our highs and our lows, but it certainly has brought life to the area. And from a meeting of vendors we held last Saturday, I am convinced that members are committed to Cultural Thursdays, and it is here to stay.
Dawson praised Cultural Thursdays as a healthy branding for the district and a reintroduction of cultural heritage, as well as seeing an increase in roadside vendors.
We will continue to try to improve it to bring greater benefit. An interesting and useful side shoot of this activity is the increase in the number of roadside vendors in the Caribbean areas on days other than Cultural Thursdays. That area of the street is now becoming a stopping point for tour buses, as other businesses run by persons such as Mr. Nevin Parsons, Mr. Evan Francis, Ms. Juliet Brathwaite, and others have joined on the strip with Mr. Egbert Donovan to make that area in Caribbean an attractive and interesting stop. There are other plans in early stages of progression. We have started a process of clearing historical sites and will establish a community-based team to lead the effort in preparing those sites to receive visitors. I've been working closely with one of our leading local farmers on the introduction of farm tours at their site. This diversifies the experience of visitors to our shores. And aside from initiatives in which I'm being involved, I know that there are other persons in the district who have also started their own efforts, and they will also continue to build Caribbean as an excellent place to visit.
Honorable Dawson celebrated the return of the traditional fish fry among some of the accomplishments.
We have introduced the tradition of Fish Fry Fridays right here in Appleby. Every last Friday we have started off fish fries once again. Now, some of these initiatives that I've mentioned are at the infancy stage, but I believe that they are steps in the right direction that will bring greater opportunities for persons in the district and enhance the reputation of the district as a place to visit. May I say that the success we are seeing are the results of teamwork, and we will certainly achieve even more as we continue to work together. My colleague would have mentioned the Western Ferry Terminal, and one of my campaign pledges was to advocate on behalf of the community for the timely completion of the terminal. I've been constantly in touch with the Recovery and Development Agency, which has responsibility for managing the Western Ferry Terminal project. My advocacy has included securing public meetings in the district with RDA officials to discuss the project. And I've also been an advocate at the table with respect to the project. I insisted, for instance, that while the project is in process, we must continue to have some level of boat traffic in the western area to ensure the survival of businesses and the continued reputation of Western as a convenient port of entry to the territory. The current plan is for the future barge landing site to be used in the interim to facilitate ferries, and water taxis, ensuring that those who rely on this traffic to earn a living can still continue to do so. At last report, the project approval is being sought from Caribbean Development Bank, with tenders to go out shortly after.
Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man forget you.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top up or?
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Moving right along on the local scene in the British Virgin Islands. Residents of the Virgin Islands are being urged to take precautions due to deteriorating air quality caused by a large plume of Sahara dust enveloping the territory. The Department of Disaster Management has issued an advisory stating that air quality levels could reach unhealthy ranges within the next 24 hours. The dust plume is expected to impact the Virgin Islands through Thursday of this week. During this period, the DDM is advising the public, especially at-risk groups, to exercise extreme caution and limit outdoor exposure as much as possible. Those conditions and those persons are considered high risk from the dust air, including the elderly, children, people with underlying lung conditions, and individuals with chronic diseases. Potential symptoms from exposure to the Sahara dust range from sore throats, itchy eyes, runny nose, and sneezing to dry cough. To minimize health impacts, residents are advised to keep windows and doors closed, remain indoors when possible, and the wearing of masks to prevent inhaling dust particles. The DDM also recommends keeping quick relief medication like inhalers on hand and seeking medical attention if symptoms become severe. The DDM pledges to continue monitoring the situation and updating advisories as needed to keep residents safe and informed. They urge heeding all precautionary guidance until air quality conditions improve territory-wide. With 2 major music festivals soon taking place in the Virgin Islands, questions have arisen about why the long-running Virgin Islands Music Festival and the new UNVEILED Music Festival are being held as separate events. VVI Tourist Board Events Manager Dirk Walters has provided insight into the situation. Now, according to Walters, the key reason the 2 similarly themed events will not be combined is due to the vastly different planning timelines involved. He explained that the government's Virgin Islands Music Festival plans were well underway long before organizers of the privately promoted UNVEILED Music Festival reached out about potential collaboration. Despite the separate nature of the festivals, Walters expressed full support for the privately organized UNVEILED Music Festival initiative, noting at the end of the day, it's all better for the BVI and its tourism product.
The Virgin Islands Music Festival has been worked on since 2022. It goes back that far, where the government decided that it's something that they want to pursue. Because at one time, our music festival was even way ahead of Sinkist Music Festival and other places, right? Somehow the ball was dropped. I won't get into all that. I wasn't involved, of course, but I know that this thing about music festival came about, and the government made the decision. You know, I wasn't even aware that other private promoters were doing a music fest until a couple of months ago. I actually was called to a meeting by a few of the promoters there. They invited me and they told me of their plans and whatnot, and I'm like, I support them. You know, if they want to have a music festival, they're adamant. They said they're adamant of having it at King Garden Bay for the venue. And if it brings persons to the destination, I don't want to see them fail at all. I want to see them, you know, thrive. I want to see them push their thing.
While there was initial interest from the private organizers about collaborating with the government's music fest, the tourist board's event plans were too advanced to make significant changes at that point. Walters clarified that the ultimate decision on whether to merge the festivals did not fall under his authority.
I think there was some kind of effort or proposal to maybe have a merger or something, or partnership at some point, but because things were already on the way for so long, it's just that publicly it wasn't known. Because, you know, sometimes government moves like molasses, unfortunately. I can't say it any other way. And it puts a lot of us, including myself, in a bad position, you know. But anyway.
Because technically what you're saying, that decision was beyond you. It was in motion long ago.
Of course,
of course. Your decision.
And even to merge is not my decision.
Got you.
I want to say publicly, I do not have nowhere near the kind of autonomy or power people think I have. I need to state so very clearly, because people seem to think that I am the premier or I am the director or the tourist board, and I am not. I'm the events manager. I can only suggest, I can report my findings and make my recommendation based on my findings. I do not have any kind of decision-making capability. I can only suggest, as I say.
Looking ahead, the tourist board may lend support in promoting the UNVEILED Music Festival in the future, according to Walters.
There's no reason why if they having their music fest later on, the tourist board wouldn't help market and promote it, because it's marketing and promoting the destination. So there's no beef.
Got you.
As the public thinks. There's no war. There's no fighting to say, oh, we had this first, we had this first. That's not how it went at all. None were aware of the other, as far as I know, at least I wasn't aware of theirs. You know, I don't know if they were aware of the government's own.
The situation has drawn some scrutiny, with questions raised about the apparent takeover of the original Virgin Islands Music Festival's traditional venue at King Garden Bay by the UNVEILED Music Festival. Now, meanwhile, the government's long-running event will take place at a new location in Rotown. Walters maintains that despite the two separate music fests, the aim is for both to contribute to an enhanced tourism product and offering for visitors of the Virgin Islands. The latest addition to the Sister Islands newsletter proudly honors Mrs. BELLANSETA CREQUE as the Sister Island of the Quarter. Hailing from the beautiful and unique island of Anegada, Mrs. CREQUE's contributions to her community and the territory are noted as truly deserving of this recognition. One of 10 children born to the late Leroy and Henrietta Wheatley, BELLANSETA married Wendell CREQUE in 1971. Together, they are the proud parents of 4 daughters and grandparents of 12 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. Affectionately known as Belle, Mrs. CREQUE is a pillar of the Anegada community. She successfully lobbied to get the island's first community Christmas tree to spread holiday cheer. She has also donated school supplies to children in need and was instrumental in establishing Anegada's first Lions Club service organization over 3 decades ago. She represented the Virgin Islands at conferences across the region and world on numerous occasions, including Mexico, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Barbados, Chicago, New York, Germany, and England during her tenure on the board of directors of the BVI Tourist Board and Film Commission. Along with her husband, Mr. CREQUE, Mrs. CREQUE owns the popular Cowwreck Beach Bar and Grill. Renowned for its beautiful scenery, delicious cuisine, and warm hospitality, the restaurant has welcomed distinguished guests like the former U.S. President Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, along with their wives. Mrs. CREQUE is well known for her amazing baked goods like pineapple guava coconut tarts, bread pudding, key lime pie, and her signature cornbread. The Sister Islands community congratulated the selfless, hardworking, and talented BELLANSETA CREQUE on this well-deserved Sister Island of the Quarter honor. With April being designated as Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month, Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, Minister for Health and Social Development, is encouraging the community to start thinking about ways to protect our children. He recently delivered remarks kicking off the awareness campaign.
Educate your children about body safety. Teach children about their bodies, appropriate boundaries, and how to recognize and respond to inappropriate behavior. Encourage them to speak up if they feel uncomfortable or threatened. For more information, reach out to the Social Development Department at 468-3636. Let us stay resolute in protecting our children and the future of these Virgin Islands. I am Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, Minister for Health and Social Development.
The Government Information Services continues to share similar tips across its social media platforms. The Awareness Month will feature a series of resources to help the public recognize the warning signs of child abuse and learn how to prevent it. Child Abuse Prevention Month recognizes the importance of families and communities working together to prevent child abuse and neglect. Prevention services and supports developed by this collaborative effort can help parents, other caregivers, and communities protect children and strengthen families. Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands. Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more Fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second. Super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI CCT Fire and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force Criminal Investigations Department has reported a significant increase in the number of non-residential burglaries on Tortola since the beginning of the year, compared to the same period last year. Acting Chief Inspector Kendolph Bob, head of the department, said that this increase has been significantly influenced by incidents at businesses, storage facilities, and construction sites where valuable tools and machinery are often kept. In response to these concerning trends, residents are advised to mark their tools for easy identification. Individuals are also advised to record serial numbers, photograph, and securely store items. Business and residential owners are also encouraged to ensure that their property is properly secured and surroundings are well lit, and consider installing alarms and CCTV cameras. Persons with information on the crimes are encouraged to confidentially call the Crime Stoppers hotline at 800-8477 or 800-8477. Actor, producer, writer, and film professional extraordinaire Mr. Sheldon FRETT of the BVI recently returned home as one of the guest facilitators in the month-long HLSCC and Film Commission Film Development Workshop. FRETT recapped the event and what it meant for him to be able to give back in this fashion.
I feel honored, first and foremost, to be even asked to participate in something like this. I got a call from Enya Douglas over at HLSCC, who partnered with a good friend of mine, Natalie Hodge, over at BVI Film Commission, and they both started this workshop where we're allowed to give back to the local community in terms of filmmaking, acting, screenwriting, and it's been an amazing journey, an amazing ride. I think selfishly enough, it's been more fulfilling for me because it was such a beautiful opportunity to be able to give back. I got to see people that are like me from where I'm from. I've done teaching and workshops before in America, and it feels good to give back, but this one was on a different caliber of being able to give back, because I got to see kids that this one person at the workshop was like, hey, I didn't know if I should continue focusing on screenwriting and acting until I met you today. Those kind of stories just, they're more fulfilling than any accolade I could receive, honestly. So to answer your question, it's been overwhelmingly amazing. The love has been overwhelming.
He also outlined the scope of the workshops and its impact on the attendees.
Those two, Enya and Natalie, they set up a beautiful space where we've covered screenwriting, we've covered filmmaking, film and television making, we've covered acting, the portion that I was able to contribute to, camera operating, light, grip, like the whole set design, and they've covered everything from pre-production to post-production. So the best part about it is all the local filmmakers and actors that came to the workshop will be able to present a project at the end of this from start to finish. So they've covered every aspect of filmmaking, and I'm extremely proud to just be a part of something that's bigger than myself.
Additionally, he provided some advice to the participants as well as other up-and-coming film professionals.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to take a risk. Don't be lazy. It is a lot of hard work. If you're not going to give 110%, just quit now. That would be my advice. My advice is, if you're not going to give 110%, you should just pack it up right now, because it's going to be challenging, and if you're not fully into it and your heart is not 110% committed to this, there are going to be some roadblocks that might seem impossible to get past. So my advice to them would be, take those risks, continue to push forward, and don't stifle your creativity.
FRETT also graciously expressed thanks to Mrs. Enya Douglas and Miss Natalie Hodge for allowing him to contribute and share in the development of the film industry in the Virgin Islands.
Thank you for the opportunity. I just want to give my flowers to Enya Douglas and Natalie Hodge. I really appreciate you too. It's been a tough journey for me, trying to get home and be able to give back to the community. I've tried in different avenues, and you both have made this seamless. It's been such an easy journey, and you both deserve your flowers. You both work hard. You both have been trying to break open a ceiling that keeps caving down on you, and with resilience, I just want to thank you for the opportunity, and continue pushing on that ceiling. I know there's so much resistance and so much rift raft would be my Caribbean term. There's so much back and forth, but I just want to thank you both for being pioneers, actually. So yeah, you both deserve your flowers. Enya, Natalie, HLSCC, BVI Film Commission, thank you.
For the full interview, viewers visit all 284 media platforms. That is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Do have a safe and enjoyable evening. A happy Monday, and goodbye.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI CCT Fire and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.